Go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Benefactor at Chaotic Neutral Games. I'm Simon, your DM for tonight, as I join Corinne, Nick, Kate, and Felicia with their adventures in Alaria. Don't forget, you can help or indeed hinder. Check out your options in the channel points below. You can join our wonderful community by finding the Discord link in the channel notes, and you can support us in what we do by becoming a subscriber. So, with no further ado, we're a little bit late, but we made Kate eat. Let's go into episode 138 of The Benefactor. We're back. Hello to everybody in chat and hello to our players.
Hello.
Hello.
So, before we get started, a quick thing about our emotes. We have new ones. If you haven't seen, if you weren't in Mage, and why weren't you in Mage? It was fantastic. We have new emotes because Felicia went crazy and did a lot of emotes. All in one day.
I mean,
Like not all in one day.
It might like in a few
like
days. You were like, here's another one.
Like
Here's
in
another
a very
one.
short
Here's another
space
one.
of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, here's the rub. If you are a follower of our stream, you will be able to have access to 5 emotes, 5 whole emotes that you are able to use only here in the stream. If you're a tier 1 subscriber, like the lovely Hermit has done for the 22nd month streak, you will be able to use 8 emotes and 1 animated emote, and that's our wild magic emote, which I think, have I loaded that up yet? No, I haven't loaded that up yet, but I will do during the break. And you'll be able to use that everywhere. Then for tier 2, you will have the prestigious Chaotic Neutral Rosetta, and tier 3, which is the someone actually subscribed to that tier, you'll have access to guidance. little something for you subscribers. Thank you for continuing to subscribe. It's always weird when we suddenly get an alert saying that there's money in the PayPal.
We're like, what?
We're like, what are we going to use this on? And so, yes, thank you for continuously giving us the agony of trying to figure out what to do with a small amount of money. But it is good to have that money because it means that when we go to places like Dragon Meet, we're able to get t-shirts and we're able to put up graphics and things like that. Because unfortunately, once we get out of the virtual world, we can't rely on people like the lovely Felicia to do all of our graphics work for us. Although she still does the graphics that we put on said t-shirts, she just can't create the t-shirts because she's yet to get to godhood. You know, she needs to get the divinity.
I know how to make t-shirts. I just don't do it for this stream.
And you don't do them as mass production as well. So yeah. So just having a quick look at the chat. Hello Fish. Hello Hermit. Hello Biter. Don't worry, we will enjoy your company while you're here. And hello to everybody else in chat as well. We will put a message in the Discord if one of you guys can put the message in the Discord to say we actually have started now. Sorry for the delay. I needed tea. We were putting emotes on. Emotes. I need an emu emote now. That's an emote. And also we forced Kate to eat after how long was your Red Dead stream?
I've just done a 23-hour stream. I'm still going.
23-hour stream, and now she's doing 3 hours.
It's fine.
So
Still good.
it's fine. It's fine. You know,
if I go very quiet or I start snoring, then you won't need to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that if Kate does fall asleep, that means we will be forced to continuously stream.
That is actually true. Now you get to do a 24-hour stream.
Yeah, because we'll have to wait for her to wake up to shut down the stream. So there we go. There we go.
Everyone block their cameras and mute their mics and you'll be fine.
Now we just leave the call and you will be...
We'll see. I mean, sometimes those streams are the ones that get thousands of views of people watching nothing or people falling asleep on stream. It's fine.
We'll stream nothing, and then in the morning we'll stream me coming in, in my PJs, scratching my ass, going, "Oh,
wait, is it still on?" Yeah. I did do that once where I left a video going.
This year is like
rerun.
our bed.
Oh yeah,
that's we must sleep.
Twitch terms and conditions.
You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. Also, I'm pretty sure
it's muted, that would be a horrible stream.
It would. It would.
Both of you snore
Both of us snore like chainsaws. It's terrible.
I will say though, Kate, we did end up watching your rerun of just your character sleeping in their tent for about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that was.
We realised it was a replay.
Yeah, I did a rerun once and then went and fell asleep and forgot to turn off the stream. So the last shot, it just stayed for about 2 hours or more. It was bad.
You sleeping?
Yeah, we watched it. For
I wonder how many people
hours.
came into that stream. It was like any moment now.
I got so many messages afterwards going, "Do you realise this is your stream right now?" I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
See, what I would like is if I saw a stream like that where clearly the streamer had fallen asleep, I would put a follow and even subscribe just for them to go, "What the fuck did they subscribe for?"
That's what I mean. Like sometimes you just get thousands of people watching at that point. Unfortunately, that has not yet happened to me. But there's still time.
Anyway, let's paint the scene that we're getting back into. So, previously on the last 2 episodes, you guys had gone to the Rezali town, which was the last location of the last canopic jar. According to Eclipse, when very long ago, she ended up connecting somehow with the Path of Jeradan and ended up getting these kind of beads of light as to where everything was. You have collected the canopic jars. This is the last location. You came in and it was a really strange kind of Children of the Corn village where everybody was kind of oppressed and didn't talk to you and stuff until you figured out that they had made their own language of a kind of very subtle body language. Then you waited and started deciphering that, and even managed to communicate with them in their own language to a certain extent. And a member of the Rezali came down, surrounded by children. Now, everybody knows that children have plot armor in this, but still, for the sake of the story, you guys were kind of like, what a dick move. This guy's using human shields. You got taken up to the Rezali Tower and you started negotiations. And there were 3 Rezali masters. You got taken up there by Journeyman Lingus, a half-elven Rezali, dripping in these kind of OTT wizard's robes with lots of little honorifics and order of this and, mystic seer of that and all the rest of it on there. And he took you to the masters. He introduced you, and there were 3 masters. The first one was a giant Goliath in the same kind of finery, only more fine. He revealed himself as Tormund. As part of your conversation, he revealed that he is kind of an artificer, a maker of constructs, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, he was fairly cool with you. He was quite amicable. The second one, who was amicable to start with, but then started having a problem with farewell, was the tiefling Randall. And the tiefling had strange, almost bark-like texture to his skin. His eyes were buggy and almost bulging out of his head. He had these strange twisted ibis horns that just shot out in either direction. He had that kind of like, inbred chihuahua kind of feel. It's like his skull is 2 sizes too small for everything that's fitting in it. I did everything up to but not including the tongue lolling out the side. A real kind of head fuck. He put himself out as a biomancer, so that's a type of wizard who specifically deals with spells that mold the flesh and mutate and things like that, which you can actually find on UA, by the way. The one that seemed to be the toughest nut to crack was the half-elf Indic. Indic is kind of, if she didn't have such resting bitch face, she'd probably be somewhat attractive. But she just had this kind of overdone movie evil female character kind of vibe to her. She just had an axe to grind. And she pretty much just exuded, I'm a fucking sadist. Yeah. And each of them had a small collection of the children human shields that Journeyman Lingus had around him. Lingus now has none.
Yes.
They started talking about what you guys could achieve, what deals you could make. You revealed that Farewell's ability, you'd be willing to share the knowledge of that, which got Randor interested to start with. You also talked about constructs, and that's how you found out that Tormund was a construct maker himself, and he was interested in the type of enchantment and artifice that Glory is interested in doing. Mm-hmm. The one who just wasn't buying it, not for a second, was Indic, who kept looking down her nose at you and eventually kind of said, there's nothing here that interests me. Yes, you've got a smattering of, arcane talent. Who hasn't these days? If you're going to prove yourself to me, a trial is in order. A little bit of entertainment for her value. You agreed. And she took you down into an experimentation area. The experimentation area is under the courtyard that you started negotiations in. And underneath, there is 4 large convex dips in the ground. Each one of them has a kind of wall of force around them that has kind of slight anti-magic properties as well. And it's mostly like stray spells can clatter into it and mitigate any damage. The 2 masters, Tormund and Randall, went up to what is basically a big kind of banqueting table overlooking the students and things like that, things that they would normally do. They sat down, the smiles on their faces. The children who were acting as their human shields sat down on a bench in front of the table, and they watched as Indic walked into the arena with you. As you walked into the arena, a big circular field came up, not locking you in, but as I say, just mitigating spells. And Indic stood at one end of the of the arena and gestured for you to go into the middle. You went into the middle. She started the thing, and she conjured an Ifrit and a frost salamander. The Ifrit created a water elemental. Yeah, Ifrit doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Fire elemental, not water, darling.
Oh, sorry, did I say water? Fire elemental.
Yeah.
You made a fire elemental. And they started putting a fair amount of damage into you. Farewell decided to do something that required his time shenanigans, and we had a gamble. Basically, a roll of the dice. If he passed, he would be able to bring his planar binding from an hour down to just a few actions, and if he failed, he blew the spell slot. So he took his chances and succeeded, and ended up pulling planar binding from 1 hour down to a usable amount of time for combat. However, in doing this, because the people in front of him watching are very powerful arcanists, very obsessed arcanists, he used chronomancy in front of the masters.
Well, they're about to be killed, so.
Kind of you need to now. It's, really glad you don't have a paladin. Yes, revealing that. But in doing so, Farewell now has 24 hours of service from the Ifrit. I have sent you the details, dude, so that is yours to play with. I will RP the Ifrit, but in combat, you choose on your turn. He will basically just do your bidding on your turn.
We also own the snake.
Yeah, that was the other thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's dominated.
I can't remember how long for. We'll have to.
An hour.
It's an hour. Yeah, I was having fun, even though you got rid of my Ifrit, and you killed off my my fire elemental. I think you did that by incapacitating the Ifrit, didn't you? So he couldn't concentrate on the fire elemental anymore. Hey, Bringer. Yes, you took my frost salamander. You took away my toy.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it. I was doing a lot of damage with that thing. And that salamander is now serving. I was going to say Kate Cora for the next hour. Now that we're coming back into not even combat, we are coming into RP, but we're mindful of how long it's taking, because Felicia needs 12 seconds, or Glory needs 12 seconds to try something. And to remind you of that, what Felicia is going to attempt is to screw with magic. Rather than just using it as book, she's going to open multiple doorways into a demiplane and drop all the children into the demiplane so that she doesn't have to worry about them anymore when she's destroying the masters. Otherwise, no AoEs. Not unless you want to really be screwed over by me. So that's going to be the first gambit as we go into. So we are going to do this by the round, because Felicia Glory is attempting something that's arcane in nature in front of 3 masters and a journeyman. The journeyman has stood to one side. These guys have got to, and this is the first challenge we're going to go into, these guys have got to distract the masters and the journeyman for the amount of time that it takes for Glory to do her spell. So, you're stood in front of the masters. The Ifrit just simply glides up next to Farewell, standing right next to him. Like a puppy dog, the salamander suddenly just curls round and is sat right next to Cora. The entire battlefield is now under your control. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Skull, for the 15 months.
Into daycare.
Yeah. Demiplane daycare is definitely the best one to go to.
He uses the cheated children.
So Tormund is grinning all over his face. Randor is kind of smiling, but it's a shit-eating grin. It's kind of like he's pleased that you've embarrassed Indic, but he's not pleased that you've embarrassed all of them.
Darling, that is simply
And then Indic
marvelous.
herself looks like she's chewing rocks, gritting her teeth. She's flexing her fingers, but not in a way where she's casting a spell. But there's a certain amount of gunslinger to it. If you know the traditional gunslinger where he's kind of flexing his fingers over his guns, she's kind of flexing her fingers as if telling herself, no, I can't get involved because, I asked for entertainment. They've kind of defeated it. So you have played by the rules, but you've humiliated her at the same time. And so she's trying to figure out what she wants to do. However, insight check, farewell.
Okie dokie. Big roll. Not great. 14.
Or is it passive insight, or is he actively looking?
It would be actively looking because you're currently staring each other down. And also there's a lot of distractions. So passive insight and passive perception is if there's nothing distracting you, then fine. That is your passive and you can take it. If there's the potential for distraction, then you roll. Because I've always had a problem with passive perception, sometimes just going, well, I'll just always win. So I sometimes make you roll, sometimes I'll make you roll and I'll take your passive as a minimum. Sometimes I'll just take your passive. Whatever seems to fit the situation. Anyway, she just doesn't seem right. There's something else, but you just don't have the time fail. You know what Glory has asked you to do. And you need to distract her. And unfortunately, you haven't got enough time to read her because you've got to decide how you're going to distract her now. So everyone other than Glory is trying as near as damn it to use Subtle Cast, but she doesn't have Subtle Cast. If she had Subtle Cast, I would absolutely allow it.
Not yet.
It's great for RP purposes. If you're in an RP game, Subtle Cast is perfect. So Eclipse, Cora, and Farewell. This is a team test for you. You have to distract so that they don't watch Glory. What is it that you're doing?
So, first thing I will do is I chug a healing potion that I have.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I took a bit of damage in that fight.
Okay.
I am very husband.
It will. So that's what you do for your first action. Yeah.
Is the chugging a potion? We normally have some bonus.
Oh, sorry.
Action.
No, I use Mercer's rules. If you're giving it to yourself, it's a bonus. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
fine.
I'm like,
yeah.
I just go. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you're there. You just slug it back, throw it back at the bag holding. It's what you would do. So no one questions you on that.
Yeah. And who to catch my attention? I've been acting the most simple-minded, but I
do have an idea.
Oh, what's your idea, please?
Yeah, because we're not going in any particular order.
Sure. Yeah. So Farewell will walk out, and of course my new best friend will come. Now Farewell, despite being quite lithe, is very tall, and the Ifrit is very wide and very tall.
He is. Yeah.
He is.
So we put ourselves between Glory and them.
Sure. This will work as long as there's a pretense for you walking forward. So what is that?
And so Farewell will go to basically to the initially to the Ifrit, but then to sort of out into the room. It must be very upsetting for you to be called like this and bound to her service and have to do things with very little free will. Would that be fair to say?
The Afriti goes, It was only a momentary summon, Master.
Would you like to stretch the frustration you're feeling out on individuals at this moment?
He glares at you. I would like you to do me a ooh.
Oh no.
Give me a deception check, because a deception check is how you tip the wink. And I
am not very good at these.
And the roll isn't enough. You need to tell me what you're communicating to him. Are you giving him like the wink, or are you kind of glaring at him and kind of coercing him? Either way, it's going to be deception, because you're doing it, communicating to him whilst making sure the others don't, the people who are watching you aren't aware of what you're intending to do. So, what is it you're communicating to him as you're doing this?
Sure. So, the what I'm trying to communicate to him very much is, if you want to, you could splatter her brains across the floor like a bug. The fact that she can summon you at the beck and call,
okay,
you can kind of get that up.
Yeah. So you're just communicating to him, hey, you want to kill them? We'll kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm totally on board with you just going full murder hobo right at this very moment in time.
Cool. Give me a deception check.
Okay, so it's a 19 minus 2.
Okay, cool. Noted. He looks at you, and you can tell that because you've got a certain amount of passive insight that I just wrote right into this now. He looks at you as if to say, are you gloating about the fact that you're controlling me, little genie? Which is what you are, Genasi. And he's kind of looking at you, but then suddenly he clicks and goes, "Oh." And
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
He doesn't actually say, "Oh." There's just that moment where he kind of looks like he's kind of gritting his teeth, and then he just stops, and it's all in the mouth. It's just. Yes, if I was unbound, I think someone here, and he glares at you as if it's you, but you know he doesn't mean you. Yeah. Someone here would be having a very, very bad day. And he glares at you, but as he's glaring at you, he's kind of, his threat is stopping at the eyes.
Maybe you should take center stage, maybe a step or two forward, and tell the whole room your vengeance. I'm sure you could be very graphic if you needed to be.
Yes.
And at which point he kind of he gets it, and he steps forward and says, "Simon needs to think up a fucking fire freak name. Thank you very much."
Well,
you're supposed to kill it, not fucking have it as a pet.
It's a pet now.
Never underestimate the bullshit your players are capable of.
Like, it's our friend now.
I like this one. Okay, right. So he steps forward and he goes, "You," and points at the master, specifically pointing at Indig, and you, pointing to you because you're part of the pantomime. "Do you know who you face? You face
Jaraxxus.
Arasu." And as he says Arasu, a wall of fire
Is he using
erupts behind him.
Does he use wall of fire?
He uses wall of fire. It erupts behind him.
I'm cool with this.
Narrowly missing Farewell. Farewell will take 2 points of fire damage.
That's fine. It's all part of the show.
Yeah.
He sets fire to your clothes, and you get a bit scorched as you pat them out. He throws the wall of flame up between you guys and Glory.
Yeah, because it's an opaque wall we're in.
Yeah.
Remember whenever I've used acid wall?
Yeah.
He throws it up as a flex. Yeah. It
Fucking
isn't
perfect.
lost on the masters. Okay. So Arasu, AARASU. The second I saw it, I was like, "Yep, done." it starts screaming of, "Do you know who I am? I serve the burning sultan in the city of brass. When I return, I shall be petitioning my master to come back to this plane. I shall find you and I shall burn you slowly. You will watch as your limbs cook before you finally die screaming, and all you shall know is flame and ash."
While this is going on, I swig my second healing potion.
Sure. So, yep. Both of your bonus actions have been used on that. And you know, he's really kind of hamming it up. I'm not going to get him to roll. I've decided on how much success this is going to be. And yeah, he's, you know, he makes a decent show of it. And the only time he looks at you, Farewell, is when he glares at you as if to say, "You better fucking," you know. So as part of the pantomime is the only time that he does it.
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. There's all going on in Farewell's head.
while he kind of comes forward and kind of goes to threaten you, you both know he can't harm you. And so do the masters. And they're just watching this Ifrit have a fucking tantrum. Index steps forward and she uses Dispel Magic in the second round on the Wall of Fire. I'm going to put the RP in, but I'm going to say that because the genie had something to cover you for 2 rounds, sure, I'm going to allow this. Yes! It took a round for you guys to come forward, and you're using a tool, but it does mean that Ifrit has now used Wall of Fire. You don't have access to that now.
Right.
So, she dismisses the Wall of Fire like it's nothing. Like she's not impressed in the slightest. His impressive backdrop disappears.
She's used a very high, well, at least a 3rd level spell, probably 5th level if she didn't want to have to strain for it.
And she says, "Yes, I know well of your sultan. I've conjured many of your kind, and yet none of them have managed to get back to me, little one. I might call you up again now that I know your name, Arasu. You realize that as part of the summoning spell, if I know your name, I can bend you to service? I wonder what I'll get you doing. Clearing out the toilets, maybe, or I don't know, just standing there impotently, lighting up the courtyard." No, I must admit, well done. Well done. I asked for entertainment, and entertainment you definitely provided. You have shown so many, looks Farewell in the eye, hidden talents.
Oh, do you like my hidden talents? I can do magics too. See? I do some minor illusions.
When she says hidden talents, both Torment and Randor, who were just watching the show, realize, oh shit, she's cashing in on this early. And they both kind of sit forward, their elbows on the table, looking over at you, looking down at you because it's slightly raised on the dais. And it's clear what she's saying. She's like, she is saying to you, sure, you wanted to show off. You got to show off. You know chronomancy. We're interested. Yeah. At this point, she's not actually spoiling for a fight. Previously, she just wanted to watch you die horribly, but now you've actually shown that you know something the Rezali don't know. Combat for her, at least, is off the table. She wants what you have. She's willing to give great deals to be able to do what you can do. Yeah. And so she's walking forward, even though you kind of insulted her by nerfing and then owning the things that she summoned. She's stepping forward. It's creepy because it was clear how much of a fucking sadist she was to start with. She's coming forward almost seductively, but not pulling any part of it off. Yeah. Nope. Any part of her elven heritage that would have helped her with this, for some reason, is completely eclipsed by her character. And she, stepping forward, almost conspiratorially, going, oh, you're one of us.
while they are super distracted by all of this,
Yeah.
especially Fowl, I want to use my invisible mage hand and pick off one of their necklaces, their counterspell necklace.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This is going to be high. This is super, super high.
You have the
The
guidance
nerfing
coin.
that you will do if you
She has the
succeed
guidance coin very well.
is
Yeah, you
sickening.
have the guidance coin.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Right. To the point where I have to check something. Okay. Oof, and it's 2 rolls. Okay. Right. Okay. So you have to succeed on both rolls. Yeah. So the first is going to be a DC 20 sleight of hand.
Yes. Now where's my sleight of hand? I'm thinking, I cannot fail that check. I am proficient in sleight of hand.
So you will take 10.
I'll take 10. I'll see how well I do.
Yeah. And don't forget you
that
get
will help.
29.
29. Okay, that
add
helps.
your D4. No, wait, she gets to add a
Oh,
D4
and yeah,
because
D4.
she goes.
Yeah.
She has the guidance coin, so she automatically gets free guidance.
Okay, because
Okay,
remember
32.
32. Remember, every 5 that you get above the DC increases the quality.
Okay, yeah,
And
32.
another level of success.
So
And
2
another
level
one.
successes.
Yeah.
3. By 3, yeah.
So this is master thievery here.
Yeah.
To be able to go up and like doing the whole thing with the mayor, patting the mayor on the back and catching his chain in such a way where he can't see it literally under his nose,
Yeah.
is master level thievery.
And
But-
another one.
At DC 30, that's master level thievery. Yeah. So you know the move to do this. Yeah.
Mhm.
And bear in mind, you only have one hand. Normally, when you're doing that trick, where you go and go hi, and you're catching it with the other hand,
Yeah.
you need a second hand.
Yeah, I only have one. It's my turn.
But 30 is fine. 30 is fine. However, the second part of it is I need to know who you're doing this on.
Who do we think is the most distracted right now?
I will tell you, your arcane knowledge says that Indic is the easiest of the 3. The main reason for that is, bear in mind, you haven't done it yet. You're rolling in advance so that we can build the scene.
Yeah.
If you go for Torment or Randor, you've got to pass your hand through the wall,
Yeah.
which may disrupt the hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it disrupts the hand, the wall will go off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so probably Indic then.
Okay,
It will be.
fine. Scorb, you bastard. You
Is it
bastard.
wild magic?
You just did it at just the right point as well. You know the roll, D6 and D100. Because if you do it during somebody using magic, it will happen around that mage hand. So the mage hand is the target.
Oh, God.
Okay.
It was sneaky. I was supposed to be sneaky.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay, what's my second roll?
3 and 8. Ooh, 88. Okay, let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3.
It's like we're fucking wild mages.
Are you kidding? Wild mages don't get this much wild magic. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's amazing. Okay, I'm very happy about that now. Right, so
I'm concerned that Simon's happy.
okay,
Yeah.
so you reach out. You know that these amulets themselves are imbued with counter magic. You're about to touch a counter magic amulet with a magic hand.
With
Cat.
magic cat, yes.
Okay.
I know this.
You're going to have to keep focus or it'll disrupt the hand.
Okay.
Okay. And when it disrupts the hand will shimmer momentarily as it dies. So, arcane check. Because of the fact you're going for Indic, the DC is only 40.
And you get guidance because you start
40.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. And what? So is it spellcasting roll?
It's an Arcana check.
Arcana check.
Intelligence Arcana check.
Okay.
You've already got some benefit. Something will come out of this.
Yes. Okay. Luck. Using a luck point. Because that was a 1. Don't want that. 19.
Okay. You
That's
are
your-
ready for the counter magic.
Oh, and also guidance. So 21.
21. So 14, 19. Okay, one extra tier. One extra tier of success. You know that there's counter magic coming in, so you're there and you're kind of not just concentrating on the mage hand, but you are kind of almost reinforcing it. It's like going through a knitting pattern and reciting the knitting pattern in your head. Yeah. And it is literally just weaving the substance of this invisible mage hand as you do so. Okay. You've passed. As Indic is stepping forward and kind of sashaying along, you kind of boop on the back of her neck and then immediately cup your hand. All right. So as she steps forward, she's there locking eyes in with Farewell because, you know, Farewell clearly is the master mage here. Glory was clearly a distraction. He's the man.
Clearly.
He's the man.
Clearly.
Yeah? And basically her necklace bounces off her boobs forward. She doesn't notice it. And as it kind of goes dunk and forward, your hand goes and it just disappears in front of you. Okay.
Just as planned.
She thinks she has a counter amulet and she doesn't have a clue.
Yes.
Now, if you succeeded in the first one but not the second one, it would have fallen on the floor. She still wouldn't have had it, but she would have been aware.
Yeah.
She's not aware. She's still strutting her stuff up to Farewell, about to give him an offer he can't refuse. Your hand is hurtling towards you. At which point, when the hand collides with you, there's a strange surge of magic anti-magic. And you find yourself unwittingly casting a spell from your mind.
Oh no.
It's a spell you've never cast before. You have a feeling it might be like resonance from the Rezali. Maybe she put an extra spell in this necklace or something. You're not entirely sure.
Oh no.
And you have to choose one creature to gain the fly spell. I will tell you,
Myself?
the Ifrit can already fly.
Well, myself?
Sure. You're as you kind of as the kind of necklace goes into your paw. Suddenly, you're having to concentrate on flying down.
Yeah, staying still.
Yeah, you're flying at the moment to basically do gravity.
Yeah.
You can thank Scorn for that.
Thank you, Scorn. Thank you.
I had to give it to you because you succeeded. If you'd failed, it would have hit Indic and she would have been able to fly. Because the original thing was the hand, but the hand never touched her. If you'd fucked up, the hand would have touched her. Or if she'd knocked it away, she would have hit the hand. So there we go. Yes, you now have fly for, I'm going to say the next combat. I think it's a minute, but for the following combat. So yeah, you're like, okay, one counter spell down.
The thing that Felicia posted in general chat.
I have to see.
Eclipse.png.
Oh, of course, yes. Everybody likes the flying cat in FL. So, yeah, you are as set up as you could be for these mages. So Indica's stepping forward, and she goes, "If there's one thing the Rezali are known for all the things that we are unjustly misunderstood about, is that we appreciate talent. What is it, Mr.?" And at that point, Glory, you're charged.
I believe we're ready to start the party. And she snaps her hand.
She snaps her hand, and I am going to reference your inspiration. Well, I say your inspiration. The reason why you believe that you can do this, you have studied something that Excellence has done. If you remember when you were back at Atul Zaran, Excellence has his own spell, Excellence's Pocket Portals, where he can create portals scattered all about the place to turn it into a little nightmare as people, don't know where they're walking around. They appear all over the place. You have basically riffed part of that spell to split the demi-plane entrance. Yeah. When you mentioned it last week, immediately I was like, oh my God, you're taking part of Excellence's work and applying it to the demi-plane. Fucking great. Love it. Love it. It's got press.
Yeah.
You snap your fingers and suddenly you hear the popping pocket portals go pop, 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 and you hear as these children fall into a demi-plane.
It's a nice damn plane. I get to chill out with some pillows.
There's just this several little pops as well as each one hits the threshold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they pop and they seal up once a kid goes through.
Yeah.
All the kids now are in a demi-plane of existence.
Yes, well, Wender will be safe until Glory casts the spell again.
Yeah.
Until I decide to let them out.
Until she decides to open that particular demi-plane. When you play
because I can
when
open
you do the demi-plane spell, you can, on the first cast, you can make one demi-plane. On the second cast, you can make a completely different one. So, obviously, with the plot armor, if you were to die for some reason, a bunch of adventurers would be sent on an adventure to go and get back some children.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? The Rezali might fucking kill you, and I might have to get Scorm and the rest of the Shacklemen to go and save the kids. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Anyway, this has kicked it off for the Masters. They weren't expecting it. The rope-a-dope seemed to work pretty well, mostly fueled by Nick's use of chronomancy. The second he did that, they were no longer interested in you. Otherwise, I would have really got you to do some major stealth rolls. But your friends kind of came out instead. The Masters are fucking livid. However,
well, guys, it's time to stop holding back, I think.
Good.
As a free action, Tormod does this, and the walls around the arena drop.
I like them.
Mostly because he knows, yes, it was protecting him, but if he doesn't, Indic's gonna die.
She's gonna die anyway. I mean, she's about to get fucked.
Yeah. Yes. Journeyman Lingus looks like he's about to back off and run away. At which point, not Tormund, Randor turns around and his bug-eyed, kind of drooling mouth goes, "Oh no, you're staying with us." And Lingus kind of bunches himself up and starts to go into a casting kata. We're in initiative, guys. And I
believe I'm at the top.
I did forget to give something to Kate. So here you go, Kate. Have your pet.
Also, Kate, what was Cora doing this if she wanted to prepare anything? Because I know Kate is...
Well, she has a giant-ass lizard on her side.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I should have kept asking Kate what she's doing just in case she's fallen asleep.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very good chance she could be eating, but I am a little concerned with the silence that she's closed her eyes and she's gone.
We've all been there.
Kate.
No.
Kate.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chaotic Neutral Games, the 24-hour charity stream. The charity today will be the Stroke Association.
Yeah, I'm Alzheimer's UK. It's another fantastic charity.
Another fantastic one, yeah. Yeah, I have said to my dad at some point I will do a Stroke Association one because he's been working for them for quite some time since he had his own stroke. But I'm happy to do Alzheimer's as well, actually, because maybe we could do a Terry Pratchett. What's the word? Ankh Morpork kind of stream. I'd like to do that. I'll find out Terry Pratchett's birthday. We'll see if we can do something like that. That'd be good for Alzheimer's. That'd be really cool.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I can see Kate's character sheet for stuff.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you're here. You're here. Okay.
Hey, we thought you'd fallen asleep.
I may have.
I confirm or deny nothing. Okay. Well, thankfully we're in initiative now, so we'll be able to check in on her every round.
I'm so sorry.
Love you, dude, but you do this to yourself.
I know.
Also, suddenly I hear like a super echo from Kate.
It's coming from me. It's the phone. I can't seem to tell it to shut the fuck up.
Are you too tired to tell your phone to shut up?
Well, I can't seem to figure out how to do it.
You've muted it, but you also need to is it definite? Get it so that it's not making sound.
Found it. Found
Yeah.
it. Found it.
There we
Found
go.
it.
Cool. Anyway, initiative, please, guys.
Oh, we can't go off the last one. Oh, it's so
And
good
Kate,
to
you
see.
can look in Benefactor players. I've given you the Frost Salamander. It's down to 74 hit points, which I'll monitor for you. Okay.
17.
Also, if there was something you wanted to do within the 2 rounds, please do tell.
It would have to be something surreptitious.
No, it wasn't wanted to be a display thing, right?
I mean, all of that.
I mean, I've got a
stuff,
crown of freaking stars right now. I'm putting on a
yes,
show.
you still have things orbiting your head, so
Yeah.
that's still going.
Yeah, don't worry. We've got the kids away now.
Yeah, we're all good.
And Glory said to go all out. Stop holding back.
Cool. I have the fly spell.
Oh yeah, Corinne got wild magic.
No.
You got what? Yeah. Scorm has given
Nice.
Eclipse the ability to fly. So yes,
Corinne is a flying cat.
flying cat. Anyway.
19 for farewell.
She
Thank
already
you,
has
Nick.
a bat cape. She can already fly.
Only in dim light.
but
Oh no, she can
Only
turn into
when
a
it's
bat in
dark.
dim light. She can fly. Yeah.
I think I can only fly in dim light this one.
Yeah, fair enough. Either way,
Yeah.
Felicia,
11.
Kate,
17.
Corinne.
13.
Cool. Okay, let's see how we go. Some fast people from the NPCs, and I
Oh,
need
no.
to add in a Frost Salamander.
Make sure you're not rolling them all as one block because that can get.
No. I have settings that I use on each of these. So Frost Salamander, and that just needs to be at the bottom, and we'll put the Afriti on as well. Ephra. Okay. The Afriti hadn't been touched. That's disgusting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Frost Salamander.
The first salamander is a bit more worse for it.
Yeah, the Frost Salamander's on 71 hit points.
71.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is probably for the best since Kate can lose concentration on that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's a bow climb. That's a bow speed, so you can just go at me.
I need to just look at something. Okay, cool. The first one to do anything is actually Journeyman Lingus. Not Journeyman Lingus. Sorry, it is actually Indic that goes first. She looks at Glory for what she's done, and immediately her emotions get the better of her. She is going to reach out with a finger and she is going to cast Finger of Death on you.
Counterspell.
Damn.
Counterspell. With my new fancy counterspell necklace.
You raise it and go, ha ha.
Doesn't work like that.
You've got to be attuned.
No, it only counterspells things that target you.
I've got counter. I got
you-
counterspell.
Oh, you got counterspell. What
Don't
was it?
I? Hold on. I thought I did.
What level is your counterspell?
It will be the maximum level that she can cast at, as it's
Which
a
is
warlock.
fifth.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. 5th level.
Okay, at 5th level, if you want to counterspell, you can attempt to counterspell.
I think Finger of Death. I should definitely try to counterspell.
Yeah, Finger of Death is a good one. That's a
Give me
very
an
good
Arcana
use.
roll.
No, it's not Arcana, it's spellcasting.
Oh, sorry, spellcasting.
Yes, you take. Okay. You cast a spell. Right. Okay. Hold on. Plot there. Oh, it doesn't. What do? I do a.
So when
There's
you
nothing to
counterspell
click on
something
in.
that's above your level, you need to, if it's below the level of the spell that you're using 5 and hers is above 5.
Yes.
And it says,
Need to do
Make an
a
ability-
spell casting.
yeah. So make a
ability
spellcasting,
check. You.
make a spellcasting ability check as if you were doing Eldritch Blast.
Make a spell attack.
Yeah. It's it doesn't give me a button to press, which it usually does.
Just
so,
press
but I
Eldritch
just
Blast.
I just
Yeah,
do.
just press Eldritch Blast and it'll give you the to hit.
Oh, okay. I would do this. Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast. Oh. 21.
That will do.
21.
Really good.
So to give you an idea, that would take out an 11th level spell, and they don't exist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she looks at Glory and she points her finger. The amount of energy that is coursing through Indic's body, because she believes in taking out numbers, and she thinks that bitch is the number to take out. Because of what she just did. She goes to cast it, and you just feel her rage, Cora. And you're like, I'll just use that to get in. And you don't even bother counterspelling. You just get in through her rage and counterspell her spell from within.
Oh, nice.
It's like reaching down her throat and pulling out the magic words. You tear it out. And after her summoning going wrong, she's just there pointing impotently, going, and she screams. She screams and screams this banal scream, and she's shaking, physically shaking in front of you all. And yeah, that's it for now from her. You can see that she's looking around a little bit like a cornered animal. It's not that she's cornered. There's places behind her that she could go, routes that she could probably use to leave. It's mostly that she's looking around for her children. She was cocky as hell as long as she had those around her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, she's just there. And at that point, she looks down and realizes she doesn't have a necklace. Next up is actually Journeyman Lingus. He wasn't the first, he was actually second.
Okay.
So yeah, he is going to... Yeah, he's going to cast a spell at you guys. And by the looks, it's going to hit all of you. He throws, instead of the green bead of liquid that you see from Glory, he's sending something that's like a kind of spinning ball of yellow miasma. It hits in between all of you and goes... Poof. I would like each of you to make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 14.
I was not able.
Low one.
16.
18.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So you're going to get full. And Kate.
16. she said.
16.
16. Okay, so everybody passes apart from Eclipse. So that is 5d8. Let me just roll that up. He used Cloud Kill against you all.
And just to be clear, Simon, that's not something I could counterspell.
No, because it's
No,
not
it's
aimed
an AoE.
at you.
It's an
Yeah.
AoE. The tactic was anything that targets directly them, their necklace gets, and no one's going to use an AoE on them because they'll hit the kids.
Yeah.
That's the narrative. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 24 points of poison damage to Eclipse, and 12 for everybody else.
Okay.
And
Ooh, I'm starting to feel a little bit hurt.
you
It's
don't want to
okay,
stay in
have-
this cloud. The cloud is persisting.
Yeah, I have things. I have plans. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, I got
Farewell.
this.
I need to roll a concentration check.
Yes. Anybody who's concentrating needs to.
Mm-hmm.
That includes you, Kate. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to be at 12.
What's
Yeah,
the concentration check again? How do you do that? Is it,
Constitution.
it is a
saving throw.
constitution.
It is
It's
just
not-
a.
And they
Same.
only need to be 10 because I was the only one who took the full damage.
15.
It's it's 10 because it's half the damage taken,
Yeah.
which would be 6, which is 10. Yep, you're fine. Yeah, it's DC 10
10.
for you guys. Yeah,
I rolled a flat 10.
cool. Okay. So yeah, your concentration is kept. You've taken a bit of damage. I mean, you're in a fight. Que sera. Farewell. It's time to rock out, dude.
Okay, bonus action. First thing is my aura of vitality goes off. Glory heal 9.
Very nice.
How much do I heal? What do I heal?
No, he's
Oh,
just
no,
healing.
yourself.
He's just
It's
healing one.
one person.
Yeah.
Aura of
And
vitality is one
I
person.
tore into glory last time, and you had healing potions. She hasn't
You've
healed.
chugged. You've
Yeah,
chugged two
I
healing
was
potions.
I was
Yeah.
saving the kids.
Yeah.
You can't fault me for saving kids over
Yeah.
chugging health potions.
No.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna have to
faulty.
we're gonna have to discuss your alignment at some point.
I was never evil. I've always been neutral. Thank you very much.
I know. Still like
With
to,
my
still like to...
6 seconds of free speech,
Mhm.
I go, kill your former master to the Ifrit, which will
Ooh.
set him free
Oh,
to kill her.
Sick him on him.
Oh no,
um,
sorry. Kill the woman that summoned you is the wording I'm going to use.
Good boy.
Kill the
I'll
woman
allow
that-
it. I'll allow it.
Kill the woman that you summoned you, because my brain just clicked. Remember what the wording of your spell is.
Yep.
So that's the wording I'd choose.
Yeah.
So that
I mean,
sets him off.
he still wouldn't have attacked you because you are his current master,
Current
not his
master,
former
but
master.
he might have gone somewhere.
But he
else.
would have had his choice of former masters. Well done. Well done. There was a former master he hated more than her. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
there's a level of specificity.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I'll allow it, but next time I might be a little more harsh.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Yep.
What am I gonna do? You're fine.
No, I took the full brunt of that attack. I'm only at 46 out of 108.
Oh, I'm only 46 out of 148. I will move out of the cloud.
Mhm.
Because I'll only get complained at after the fight, because that's just the life that Farewell has to leave. I will leave via Eclipse. I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on her.
Sure.
She will heal 14.
Thank you.
And that will be my turn, and then it is the Ifrit's go.
Okay.
Well, you're the one deciding what Ifrit does.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he already commanded the Ifrit, but yes, you can choose specifically. Is there anything specifically that you want him to do, or does he have free reign on what he does to her?
I would feel that he would like to get up close and get very slashy. Considering that there was a lot of threats of tearing them apart, it feels that getting into melee with her and going at it with the two scimitars seems to be on brand.
Fair. So he gets a 7 on his first roll, which of course hits because she's a squishy mage.
And he gets a 10 to hit, so 17.
Yeah, 17 to hit, which hits because again she's wearing
definitely.
a dress.
Dealing 12 points of slashing, and then 15, which again does it for 22 points of slashing.
He gets 2d6 fire damage on every successful slash.
Yes, yeah. That's added into the app. So yeah,
it's 2d6 plus 6 for the actual physical weapon,
and then. So yeah, he starts to tear into her, and the fire doesn't seem to damage her as much as you would hope.
No, but that's good to know.
But he's the one who revealed it to you, so you're fine with regards to that. She also doesn't seem to take as much damage from his swords.
I assume his swords are not magical then.
So yeah, interesting. You have a feeling that the reason she summoned a fire elemental is that she's kind of okay with fire. But it does damage it. It's certainly putting a lot of damage towards that. To the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, it's fairly good. She is looking around with a kind of trying to figure out what she wants to do. Anything else, Nick?
No, that's me. That's all my
okay.
actions.
Cora and your pet, what are you doing?
Right.
Does the pet have its breath recharge, or does Cora need to recharge it?
Well, we can do that now. So if this is a 6, it's a 6. It charges of its own volition. I just did that in chat.
Okay.
So you have cone of cold.
Yeah, you've got a cone of cold. If it charges up and it's right in front of Indic, you will also potentially get the other 2 masters, but not the apprentice. He is off to one side, quite some way.
Okay. Shall we do him first then? Might as well send that cone at them all.
Yeah, send it at them all.
Yeah, send them at them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on
okay.
Do I roll for that?
No, I have to save against it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof.
Do
These
we?
guys were not made for Constitution saving throws. Here we go. This is gonna be fun. Right. So let's see.
So you're saying acid?
Let's see.
Also, while Simon's calculating this, I need to have a word with chat. Chat, listen to me. What do you think about Cora party emote?
Cora party. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, chat?
I'm on board.
Okay, that one fails.
Cora party. Or bebop party.
Oh yeah, beatba party.
Hey, if you can do me a beat for remote, I will be very happy.
Oh, and
shit.
a 7.
That guy fails as well. Okay.
Everyone failed.
That's.
You get a fail, and you get a fail, and you get a fail.
This is 8d10 cold damage.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like,
You're the one who made it.
inflicted it on us.
That's an eye from me, man.
41.
41.
41 points. That's horrible.
Oh no, it's great.
That's great.
41. Does he have any resistance to? Oh shit! He has resistance to spells. This is not a spell.
This is not a spell.
Damn it! Damn it! No. That's a full.
How you did not foresee us using your own toys against you.
Really didn't. She gets that. So she gets less, but yeah, the cone of cold. Even before Cora does anything, she just with a mind tells the thing to go forward. It runs straight up to Indic, and as Indic goes like that, she realizes, no, hang on, I should be ducking, and it just goes. It's kind of nice. It's almost like a little. This is not a icy wind, and this is where I like to put a bit of thermodynamics into magic. It's more that there's a momentary flash, or like an absence of a flash, just like a flicker, and then it starts snowing in that coal. And the reason for that is that all of the heat energy has been pulled out of the air, and it's just frozen all the moisture in the air, causing instant snow.
You stopped the
All of the
vibrations of the particles.
Yep. All of the food on the table has been flash frozen, and there's this as both Tolman and Randor get hit, and you can see where they've been hit. There's like kind of frozen flesh on their face and on the underside of their arm. They are. You can see that part of them has been flash frozen, and
Very good.
probably end up being frostbitten. That was Cora's pre-turn.
That was the pet.
What's Cora herself doing?
Well, I have my bonus action crown of stars.
Yep.
So
Bring the thunder.
I will send a star thing, little to who's closest to me. Is there one?
Indic is the closest one, and the other two are further back.
Let's say Indic then.
Yep. Okay. Roll some damage.
Ooh, 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Absolutely hit. She's in a robe. She had situation armor. You got rid of her situation, like, completely.
32 damage.
32 damage. Yeah. That's Eldritch Blast, yeah?
No, that's it's a radiant damage, I think.
Oh yeah, it's a star, yeah. The star blasts.
Yeah, radiant.
Shreds her robe. She's in tatters now. You heard the crack of bones. And she's actually on her ass. She looks like she's about to die, but you also see that her hand is kind of raising as if to do something. You're not entirely sure.
Well, that was only my bonus action.
Glory, give me a perception check, please.
Oh.
A flash perception check, and then we carry on with Cora.
I imagine there's 3 Eldritch Blasts going
Well,
away.
Yeah.
What is
Three very nasty.
perception? You said that's a
Yep.
+6. I rolled a 19, so 25.
25.
I
You're
did
not-
good at seeing things.
hearing specifically. You're not that infernal anymore. Not as much as you used to be. There's almost all of your infernal nature has now been subsumed by the sheer amount of draconic essence that you've been absorbing.
Yeah.
But there is something in the back of your head that says payments in infernal. Only you even stood a chance of hearing it.
Payments.
Just in the back of your head, payments.
Fascinating.
She
And you have a feeling it was said to Indic.
Mhm.
Cora, please carry on with your action.
Yep, why not we do our good old faithful Eldritch Blast? I will send if I've got the chance to do them separately, I will send one in their direction and see what happens. Oh, that's not the best of rolls. 18.
She's wearing a robe, most of which is on the floor now.
All right,
yeah.
that's 14 damage.
She dead.
She did. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
You see Indic raise her hand. You throw this bolt of pure force at her. Her arm effectively just kind of shatters in the skin and just folds back on itself. It hits her in the face. There's a horrible snapping sound of her neck as her head wrenches around, and she's on the floor, just this crumpled, twisted wreck.
Well, I have 2 more Eldritch Blasts, so I am going to send another. The lady is being attacked by the big.
Oh, the
thing
lady's
is-
dead. You
That
can-
was
just
the
killed
lady.
her.
That
You
was the
just
lady.
killed
That was the lady.
You've got
We have-
Journeyman Lingus, who's a half-elven.
Yes.
He's the lower
Man.
mage.
Then
Oh,
you've got
yeah.
the Goliath Torman and the Tiefling Randall.
All right. Okay.
The Tiefling Randall is the next dangerous one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiefling. I will blast them. So
Okay, sure.
30 to
So-
hit.
Is that a natural 20? No, it's not. is
Not
it?
quite.
No,
No.
not quite.
19.
30 to hit. Yeah, that hits. You can see he tried to do something. You're like, why didn't he counterspell that? He's got a counterspell necklace. He tried something else trying to be clever, and then you said 30. So I was like, yep.
oh, he tried to shield himself.
He was like, oh, that's fine. Shit. Oh, fuck. Actually, he would have done the gesture. So as he does the gesture, the air shimmers in front of him, and your Eldritch Blast punches through it like it isn't even fucking there. Roll me some damage.
I did 13 damage with that one.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. That's
And then I
disgusting.
punch again with 25.
Yeah.
God, Corey, you're
Yeah,
a monster.
With shield, he has a DC of 20, which you would have thought would be enough.
Yep.
And she's like, nah, armor piercing bullets, bitch. Bang, bang.
And that
give me another
one's
one.
12 damage.
You're chewing through him.
Yeah.
Glory
Really
said
good.
not to hold back, and Cora is obliging.
Wow. Okay.
So
Shit.
yeah, and then
And I assume that you're moving out of the cloud.
Oh yes, yes, of course, I got to move. Yeah,
I'll
get
remind
the
each
hell
of you,
out of there.
but yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
I only have
so, yeah.
25 movement. Is it enough?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 20-foot radius, so anywhere you're standing, you can get out of it.
And I flip them the bird as I go. Done.
It's just like, yeah, get out. Damn, okay. Seriously, it was just kind of like, yeah, I could counterspell this fucking spell, or 2/3 of the spell, but why am I going to blow one of my counterspell slots
On a
when I can
cantrip.
just shield fuck?
It's only a fucking. Oh my god, that hurt.
Yeah, AC 20 caster. He's like a fucking guy on what you call it, plate armor with a shield, and you're just like, no, bang, bang. Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
but have you
It
seen my
is-
cantrip? Is what Cora said.
However, it is his turn.
Oh,
And
he gets a turn.
yeah, he gets a turn. He gets a turn.
None of these guys know that I have the necklace yet because I have yet to use it.
Yeah.
Only she saw it, and she's dead.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
The kitty, the one who teleported all the things away, the chronomancer. He has so much to choose from.
No,
What does he consider the bigger threat?
Yeah.
He basically cuts 2 cuts into the palm of his hands with these strange rings that you see on that now have sharp edges. He cuts that, and he puts his hands out, and as he does so, this strange glowing blue blood pools in each of his hands, spreads forward, and jumps forward, and then kind of vaporizes, and the vapor appears all the way around him and now he's in like a 10-foot dome shield that's all the way around him. He hasn't just cast spell, he now has a very, very powerful spell around him.
Is it Wall of Force?
I'm not going to tell you, you look it up. He's got some sort of personal barrier around himself, and you can see that that Tormund turns around and goes, "Coward, just kill them!" And he's in the process of getting up out of his chair to do something. However, Eclipse, it is your turn.
Cool. I fly. Go, I want to fly up to where the other mages are, and I want to go behind a pillar.
So the 2 masters.
Yeah, the 2 masters.
Sure. There aren't
Or-
pillars, but there are statues coming out of the wall.
Yeah.
And
Just somewhere where I can hide and
if
be
you want
in
to hide,
range.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, somewhere I can hide and be in range from the Goliath.
Yeah. You want to be in range of the Goliath.
As in range of 20 foot within the Goliath, so I can stab him.
Yeah. I'd say there's probably one close to him. Yeah.
Cool. Stealth.
I mean, 20 foot isn't too much to ask for.
A natural 20 stealth check with 35.
Yeah, you hide from the gods. Yeah, go for it.
Gods can't find you, kitty.
Yeah.
If you die this time, it's on your own fault.
Yeah, and I will stab him with a 30 to hit.
You'll be surprised to hear that it hits.
It hits. Okay, so initially that one, and then all my little sneak attack dice, which is 8d6. Oh, that was really bad. Ooh, ugh, not a good one at all. Was a lot of ones in that one.
Yeah, that happens.
Just ignore ones and make them twos.
Can't do
Scrub.
that. 17 plus 8 is 25. 25.
When you use that against him, he looks up at you, grits his teeth, but there's almost a look of respect as he does that. And you can see that there's a calculating look on his face. He's looking all the way. He's looking all the way around, and there's like a desperation, but a fierce calculation. Give me a insight check, Eclipse.
23.
Out of the three masters, the Goliath is the master. He is the most intelligent of all three of them. He is assessing the situation and deciding what he wants to do.
Yeah, if he wants to continue to fight, or he probably has the option to run away.
Yeah. He's assessing what he's seen from each of you so far, and he's not sure.
Well, what he wants to do is barter, but at this point, he probably figures that maybe not something that will happen.
Okay.
Well, that was my turn, movement action, bonus action.
Okay. So Tormund is going to do a couple of things. First of all, he looks at you all, sees the position of the cat above him, sees the position of the rest of you. He looks at the salamander, looks at the crumpled up body of Indic, and you can tell he's doing some sort of assessment.
Calculating.
He reaches out his hand, and as a bonus action, he starts to incant something, and a little symbol appears on his hand. And at first you think that he fires something at Farewell, and then you go, no, it shoots past Farewell. And then you actually realize, no, actually it shot past Farewell the opposite direction and went into his hand. I would like, from the vantage point here, probably Glory and Farewell.
Did he make an attack roll against me?
No, this is actually the mini cutscene. I would like Glory and Farewell to do Arcana checks to see if they understand what they just saw.
Empty that Arcana.
19 from Farewell.
Natural 20 with +7.
Wow.
You both get it. He pulled something out of a piece of area of the arena that none of you are standing in, but it was the place that Farewell was standing in when he did his chronomancy. And a ripple of energy has gone into his hand. He closes it and grins. And as he grins, cracks start to appear in his arm. Glowing cracks that go down to the sleeve of the robes and presumably further. And for the rest of the fight, his hand is going to be closed and down to one side, grinning all over his face. He puts up a defense as well. He kind of snarls at Randor for his cowardice and goes, "Fine." And he is going to let's see, which of the two is he going to do? He throws something in front of him, and like a bubble appears around him, very different to the one that went around Randor. He looks at Randor and grins, and Randor looks at him and goes, "I thought you called me a coward." This kind of bubble around Tormund looks solid. And Tormund just is there with his glowing, cracked arm, smiling at you all. That's going to be his turn. Glory, what are you doing?
Oh. Well, I need to be suitably dramatic, obviously. Let's see here. What could we do that would be extremely fun? You stop that. There's always that, or there's that. Well,
1 second.
You said one of the guys were in a physical orb, and the other one is inside his own little shield.
Yeah, so Randall the Tiefling kind of has a like glowing light sphere around himself that's the same color as the glowing blood that came out of his hands. Tormund is surrounded by what effectively is just like a perfect glass ball.
Well, let's see if we can force them out of that then. I'm gonna cast Acid Wall in a circle around them.
Okay, cool.
Making the inside of the circle hurt.
Okay. What is the level of spell you're going to use?
That is what I'm checking now.
I keep forgetting to ask this. So
yeah,
it does mean that some players can kind of go, not that I think you guys would do this, but some players can go, "Oh, don't worry, I only used the second level." And it's because it missed.
Yeah. No. 5th level was the plan.
Sure. Okay.
And this is not targeting either of them, since it's a area of effect thing.
Yep, it's not targeting either of them. You're quite correct. Yeah.
So I create a wall of solid acid in a.
Okay.
Let's see here. A ridge wall up to 20 feet in diameter and 1 foot thick.
Okay. Yeah. So from your point of view, suddenly there's this huge gushing sound and a wall of this nasty, acrid smelling green liquid appears around both masters, and you cannot see within.
Nope.
I can.
Yeah, I'd say from your vantage point, you... Because how high is your wall, Felicia?
20 feet.
20 foot tall. Actually, Eclipse, you duck back. I'm not going to damage you, but because the damage goes inwards, but you duck back, and even you can't see over the wall because you're 20 foot up.
It feels like this was a bad choice, not seeing them.
Oh, it's fine. it's more to force them out of it, or they will continuously take damage. They need to do a constitution saving throw, Simon.
I'm aware I've just rolled it. I love blind fighting.
Oh yeah, it is kind of fun, isn't it?
They're blind fighting too. They can't see through the wall either.
No, I know.
It's
so
a wall.
It is kind of funny. So they take 25 points of damage.
Okay. Half on a
they-
save. Yeah.
Yeah, after the save.
Half of the
Half on a save. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted. Thank you. Yeah. I've made the
And,
appropriate adjustments. Yeah.
Yeah, and if they end their turn on the inside, they will take that amount of damage.
Good to know. I will
And
get you to roll on their
don't
turns.
make no. It
No, I'll
does
get you
not
to roll
say,
the damage on their
No,
turns.
it doesn't say they need to do a new save.
No,
they
I didn't say
continue
save.
to-
I said I'll get you to roll the damage automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's the same damage that you rolled the first time.
It's the same damage dice.
That's
Oh, yeah.
damage dice you
So
rolled.
it's
I
good
can roll
because
it each time.
if you roll shit on the first roll, it doesn't
Mm.
damn you for the whole combat. It varies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goody
Okay.
goody.
Yeah. That's
And
cool. Yeah.
I will basically form shift a little bit more draconic, so my wings go out and I take flight to avoid being in the cloud.
Perfect. So you just go straight up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Nice.
fly up so you can see into the thing?
No, I'm not gonna show myself to them quite
To be
yet.
fair, this chamber's only about 30 odd foot. At the bottom of the convex thing, it's an extra 10 foot. So it's 40 foot from the normal thing, probably like 30 foot from the dais, and then 50 foot from below the convex. Where you are at the moment, you would have to go up to and peek over the wall whilst flying to see what's going on behind. So yeah. Okay. Good.
Don't worry,
to
I have a plan
know.
for it. Oh yeah, and remember, Simon, that I have the feat, so I ignore resistances with my acid spells, if
Good to
that
know.
is a thing.
Good to know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm frantically doing stuff on my phone, Joe.
And as my bonus action, I
By the
wish
way,
to take
campaign
a
lab.
health
Fantastic app. Okay. Carry on.
As my bonus action, I would like to drink a health potion.
Absolutely. Go for it. Okay. Yeah, so the huge gushing wall goes up. And that was Glory's turn. We go back to the top. And it's not Indic because she's dead.
She's dead.
Instead, it is Journeyman Lingus, who, now that he can see that the masters can't see him,
He run away.
is going to make some career choices. Right. Okay. Let's see what we're going to do here. So let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So the first thing he's going to do is conjure elemental. Okay, so we're dropping something in, and I haven't used a lightning.
He's gonna
element.
spend a minute on conjuring elemental.
No, he can conjure an elemental like that. This guy. So he's going to drop an air elemental right in front of him. And the air elemental will attack immediately. You guys are too fucking powerful for regular conjurers, so I put the epic, an epic template on each of them. And for the conjurer is that he has prepared a conjure elemental spell. So yes, you've got air elemental. Does that come in? No, it's put in again. That's it. Yes, the problems of having players that are ridiculously powerful.
Hi. We do that.
You do. Oh, now I've made two. That's it. Okay. The air elemental is going to go to the nearest person, which is actually the frost salamander to him. And it's
Please
going to
punch.
attack.
Sure.
It's going to attack the frost salamander.
Please punch the frost, the salamander, because that's only going to end well for him.
Yes.
26 definitely hits. 13 points of bludgeoning damage as he smacks into the frost salamander, hurting it. So this is an air elemental. The multi-attack on this is 2 slam attacks. Cool. Okay, cool. And it's going to go for another attack. It's going to keep beating on it. 25 definitely hits. Another 14 points. Yeah, your pet is being very quickly pummeled. It's still got 43 hit points, Cora, but it just got wailed on by an air elemental. And then at the end of the Conjurer's turn, he's going to use his benign transportation. So as a bonus action, he's going to look up the stairs because he can see all the way to the top of the stairs, and he's going to teleport 30 foot in that direction out of the combat. And he's going to run. He's going to run like nothing else before. He's going to run and find a way to get as far away from you as possible. He left the air elemental behind as basically a speed bump.
We may need to stop that. He certainly did something with Farewell's magic.
No, that was the Archmage that did that.
The Archmage.
That was
plan.
Tormund. Tormund did
okay.
that. Lingus was just the basic bitch that was like, you stay and fight. And he's like, nope. They can't see me now. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm happy with letting Nimuk run away.
Lingus isn't the tiefling, right?
Lingus was the guy who came down to the village to get you. He's the schmo who had to bring you
I'm
up.
fine with him running away. I'm not gonna waste my talent on him.
Okay. So I run milestone elf biter, which means these guys level up when I fucking tell them. You allow him to Scott, you don't have a choice. On his turn, he escapes. So farewell. So the scene in front of you is an air elemental is beating up the salamander. The salamander's probably going to have something to say about that in a second because he's got a lot of attacks. You've got 2 people doing something behind a wall of acid. What do you do?
How weird are you willing to get, Simon?
You know me, baby. I get as weird as you want.
Good. I love it when you say that. Mainly because it means that you're a cheap date, which is again works wonders for me. So, from sort of Farewell's right shoulder, all this smoke billows out. This sort of black purplish cloud rolls down his arm straight into his hand, and Veilbreaker appears for the first time in quite a while that Farewell has done sort of use this.
We've got some new viewers actually. So for the purpose of the viewers, Veilbreaker is an epic weapon that Farewell managed to find, or at least was dropped. He was given, dropped into his hands as part of his backstory. So what's happened is that the dark miasma has just coalesced in his hand, and he's now holding an obsidian knife.
Yeah. So I don't like the idea that someone just pulled something that was technically mine. And considering that Farewell has an attachment to chronomancy as well as an attachment to the Shadowfell through this, and we're not really using finesse at points anymore, I'd like to use Fate Rend.
Sure.
And I want to pick the fate where he fails. And whatever he just did to pull that little mode of whatever he got didn't work. So I want him to go from standing there smug with all of this power that he has in his arms to just trying to do it, and then suddenly it didn't work anymore.
Okay. So
I will
you
roll,
slash the air in front of you and cut reality. Yeah. As you do so, reality like broken glass in front of you, and you're there basically window shopping in all these shattered shards.
I'm doing my full-on Minority Report.
Oh yeah. The one in the middle is always the one that is your current situation.
Mhm.
And you're just going to change one thing in time that recently happened. And so you take the picture of him going, and you try to move it. As you try to move it so that you can put another shard in its place, as you move it, you see him go, no, no. Energy starts pissing out of the cracks in his arm, and he's looking at you through the shard of glass. Bear in mind, the rest of time has paused whilst you do this. He's looking at you through paused time and is fighting you.
You're gonna have to do a roll.
The cracked arm and the energy pissing out of it is chronomantic energy.
Well,
He's basically grabbed hold of your fate rend and is resisting you.
Ooh.
Fancy. That's
So
not
does
gonna
Simon,
last.
So time has paused for everybody else, but because you are focused on him, he has a kind of meta timeline that he is using to fight you in this. Okay, this is a straight roll off. It's your spellcasting roll versus mine. Okay, and I'm going to be absolutely fair. I'm going to tell you that his he has a +9, and I'm rolling the d20 in chat. Fucking hell! Fucking hell!
Well,
amazing.
the fates have spoken.
I thought that was a natural as well. It wasn't. It was an 7, so I almost shit myself. But that is an 18. Sometimes the dice giveth, sometimes the dice taketh away.
That's the thing. We set it up, and the dice chooses which way we go down. Wow.
Hello.
Hey, thank you for the raid, guys. A raid of 14, Natural Havoc. Thank you very much. Let's give a quick shout out to Natural Havoc there. What have you been doing? What's the what have you been doing? You've been doing D&D. I think I'll get this now. Oh, you've been playing D&D as well. Fantastic. Yeah. So tell us a bit in chat, guys. We will read it. We'll carry on doing what we're doing, but we will read it. What are you doing? You're doing Eberron, Dark Sun, something else? Give us the lowdown. These guys in chat and ourselves love watching D&D games as well. So feel free to pitch yourself a bit, dude.
We just had the enemy roll a 1 versus roll off.
I just did a very honest roll into chat, and I rolled a goddamn 1. My God,
I love it when the dice play into the narrative.
There we go.
He is pissing with powers he truly does not understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, he tried to grab your chronomancy, even though he's never used it before, and tried to use it back against you. I mean, the one kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and for Farewell, this is the first time he's ever flexed this much, and it's been successful.
Yeah.
True.
Just to follow up very quickly with Natural Havoc, we do lots of different games. We're preparing some Versen. We've done Genesis. I love Genesis. We've done Star Wars. We've done various spec things. We've done Cyberpunk. We currently have on Thursday nights Mage Dave, who is running Mage the Ascension. Don't be a stranger. We've got a link in the Discord below. Havoc, if you go in there, you can obviously give the Discord link for you as well, and we can cross-pollinate our communities, because more games is always better. And as I say, tell us about your campaign in the chat, dude. But very interested, very, very interested. Anyway, he's there, and his arm is cracking as you're there trying to change the fate of the last 6 seconds, and he starts trying to resist you, and you're just kind of like, bitch, I am the chronomancer here. You are not. And you just go and just drag the energy through the crack. In reality, you just pull that chronomantic energy back out of his arm. Yeah. At which point I'm going to tell you about the Easter egg you just fucking ruined.
Perfect.
Damn,
I'm
man.
just trying things. All I know, right, is that Glory, our wonderful tiefling sorceress here, has made us. Farewell wears this plate armor that's made out of this otherworldly dragon, and somewhere within it is this Easter egg. So a lot of what I'm trying to do is just do weird and different things to try and pop the Easter egg because it's killing me. Because I don't know
worry,
what
it's in your shield, not in the armor.
Yeah, you've got an Easter egg in your shield, but this was an Easter egg in this encounter specifically.
Oh, anyway.
So in this encounter, there we go. I can just get it so that people can see it. Wait for it to catch up on the thing. There we go. There's a thing here called a chronomental. Yeah.
Oh.
Chronomental is a steward of calamity, an agent of chaos, and they are made out of chronomantic energy. They are the chronomantic creature. One of the few bits of free chronomancy since Illyria went into the New Order.
Since the thing was forbidden.
Yeah. Now, when the New Order came into play, all the chronomentals got wiped out. The Archmage had pulled the resonance and a little bit of the residual energy from your chronomancy that you did in front of him and tried to weave it into whatever he could. And reality came back and went, yeah, there's a shape you can make. And he would have turned himself and the other masters upon their deaths into chronomentals, and he would have gone into an Easter egg combat. But by using Fate Render and making it so he doesn't do that, you undid the Easter egg.
As sad as I am about not having to do that, I'm also kind of good because the idea of all of this is we're supposed to keep it under wraps.
Yep.
And if the mook that ran away starts talking about it, no one's going to believe him. We start having these things running around. Everybody's going to know.
Yeah. Each one had 152 hit points as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah. But you
Maybe not today.
But you got rid of Indic before he was able to pull, and she was already dead. So he could only have made himself and Randor into chronomental. So it would only be 2 chronomentals instead of 3.
Yes, but still.
Damn you. Damn you. I had it there. See, 3 encounters, but only 2 of them, but the third one was the Easter egg. By the way, if you haven't checked out Campaign Lab on Android and that other phone that's really shit, then check it out. It's a great way of putting together encounters very quickly. So, we're going to continue. You bastard. Damn you. So that was your action, Nick. What else you do?
So I have bonus action left. I look up and hold on, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Sorry about this.
It's fine.
It's 3rd level.
Or fatality.
Don't worry, I'm just making emotes while we
Eclipse, you'll heal 7 as
Thank
my
you.
aura of vitality pulses and goes off, and so you'll heal. And then I will go to the Ifrit, which has been bound to my will, and to serve me for the next 24 hours. For those of you that have just joined, I point at the Goliath and go.
Well, you point at the sphere of acid.
Yeah. Well, I point in the Goliath's direction and I go, fly up and just kill the Goliath, because he's got a ranged attack that he can use, so he can fly up and rain down fire on them.
You need to check something.
Is the
Sorry,
Ifrit too
welcome
big?
to the double figures of levels where every so often I have to go in and check something.
That's fine.
Let's see,
I'm throwing
binding.
shit at the wall. You tell me whether or not it sticks.
True.
He has to do what I tell him, but he is allowed to subvert what I tell him if he is hostile towards me. It's whether or not.
And you can actually ask him to do a harmful action.
Yes.
I just read it. Okay. Sure. I mean, he can twist the words however he wants. So he's like, I'm not going into that fucking
but that's why I
acid
said
wall.
to fly up.
He's going to fly above and he's going to toss flames at this guy. So he does that. Your Ifrit flies up to the top, and you watch as he does 2 hurl flames, 2 gouts of flame come from his scimitars. So he flicks the scimitars, 2 gouts of flame, ba-ba-boom, hit there, and he goes, nothing's going through his shield.
Good to know. Thank you.
I was suspecting that.
Yeah, I wanted to see if the shield would drop with enough damage.
Yeah.
And by
And-
nothing, he also means the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know for definite now.
Yeah.
Most fights against magic users are, gather information, make the right choices.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The acid
now-
wall was mostly an information gathering thing, and to see if it like getting indirect damage would break it.
Yeah, I will then use the rest of my movement to move over to where Cora is.
Mhm.
And also, this is giving us time to, heal up.
So that is Nick, Cora. First of all, let's see if your pet recharges its breath. No, a 1. So the pet will only recharge its breath if you boop it with some fire. What are you doing, Kate?
I'm gonna sleep again.
I was about to say it's been a while.
Kate?
we've had 10 or 15 minutes without checking in on Kate. Has she finally fallen asleep properly?
Uh-oh.
Drum rolls in chat, please. Big drum rolls in chat. For those of you who don't know, Kate's our lovely Kate here, who plays Cora, has been streaming previous to this for 23 hours. This would technically make it that she would be on 25 hours of actual streaming. And so we wonder if in the intervening period where we bullied her to go and eat some food, she sat down and then drifted off into slumberland.
It's possible, Hermit, that she has fallen asleep. So one of two things has happened. Either she's fallen asleep or she's completely lost her mind and is now on the ceiling hissing at random objects.
I
So
was about to
we're
say,
not
she's
entirely
like-
sure which.
She's running.
Okay.
She's running around like a gecko. Like
Okay, right. Ready, guys? On Kate on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Kate! Oh, was that Kate that said that as well? Oh, no.
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 No, she
No.
did.
Nope.
Okay. So this stream is
John
now going
needs-
to go on indefinitely.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we can raid somebody, and that might terminate the stream.
Nope.
Yeah,
No.
I can. No, I can terminate the stream from
Right,
where I am,
I've got
so-
her character sheet up in front of me, so
Righto.
I
Okay.
can do that. I've got it. I had it up just in the option of oh dear God.
Yeah.
So,
So,
My
so Nick, what's
understanding
Kate doing?
yeah,
What is
I'm
our
going-
lovely producer doing? Except
gonna-
sleeping.
I'm gonna go with the because she's dominated the monster.
Yeah.
It must do whatever she tells us, regardless of the risk to it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I believe so. That's because dominate is the difference between dominate and charm is go run off that cliff is something you can absolutely do. So she has telepathic link. It will, no limitation.
Okay. I send our little salamander friend charging straight at them. Like I want it to go and like bang, hit that wall and just see what it does.
The wall of acid, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I want it to. Can it jump over the wall of acid onto the dome that he's using to protect himself?
Or can we call to
Let me check
Laura
its
to
size.
just drop the acids? It's not doing anything.
Well, I don't think she will be able to do it
Uh,
until it's her turn anyway.
Yeah. It's
Movement. Let's check its movement. Its movement is. Yeah, it's got 40 foot of climb. It'll happily gecko its way up the wall and around the back of the acid.
Because it's on the safe side of the wall.
Burrow.
Yeah.
It can burrow through and like burrow.
No, it can't burrow in this because it's a flagstone floor.
Yeah. It's
Burrow
the-
suggests that it's burrowable material. I'm not going to say it can burrow straight through deliberate masonry.
No, I did
yeah.
have a spell that would be able to do that, but I didn't prepare it today.
So yeah, the frost
Unfortunately.
salamander, if you want, will just go up and over the wall.
Yep.
No
So
problem.
I command it to go up and over the wall and see if it can attack.
Okay. Specifically because Cora has a telepathic link. Do you want it to do its 5 melee attacks, or do you want it to do its freezing breath?
I want to do its 5 melee attacks.
Okay, because she'd have to put a bit of fire into it to get its flame back, its breath back.
Well,
yeah,
we've done magic into there, and magic did nothing. Now we're sending in the disposable asset to smack at it. And
okay.
we'll see what happens.
The Goliath or the Tiefling?
The Goliath.
Right. Okay.
Well, I'll split 3 on the Goliath, 2 on the Tiefling.
Okay. Would you like the 2 on the how would you like to distribute 4 claws and 1 bite?
Bite, 2 claws, Goliath, 2 claws, Tiefling.
Okay. Good to know. Right. So it goes up and it starts to like that. And it stays above the harmful part. It does kind of waft its hand in, so it's going to take a little bit of damage. But I'm going to say less. I'm actually going to give it half damage. So, Glory, can you roll me the damage for your acid wall, please? And I shall start doing the thing. 1, 2. Nice.
Because this also should trigger your, Corinne, potentially if it hits, your sneak attack, because he'll be in melee with both of them and threatening them. So you should be able to sneak attack off the back of this. If physical damage
17.
17. So halved is that. Cool. Yeah, it takes a bit of an owie. So when it goes to hit for the Goliath, you watch as it jerks back as it's basically hitting a rock. Yeah. Whatever's around the Goliath, it deflects all forms of melee attack.
Pretty fucking immune, right?
When it swings at the other guy, you can see that it's going through the bubble just on how deep its claws are going. With the other one, it's like ding ding, and you can almost see that it's not even getting above the level of the wall.
Yeah.
But when it hits the other one, its claws go in deeper, so it's clearly going for the man and not the shield. However, both miss for some reason. This guy no shield.
Oh yeah, shield.
Shield reaction.
Okay, so yeah, he gets the shield spell up, dome.
But you bled him of another shield charge. So yeah.
I think Cora would be savvy enough to yell out and point out the fact that isn't it typical that he only saves his own skin and doesn't bother using that powerful shield to protect you at the other guy? See if she can prompt a little bit
at the tiefling, yeah?
At the tiefling to prompt a little bit of internal rage and rivalry. The fact that he's now we've now figured out that the salamander can get him, which means all the attacks are about to come his way.
Yeah.
He's smart enough to know this.
Randor just goes, "Oh, don't worry. Part of biomancy for me is infusing my body. I've got much more where this comes from. And very soon, my students will be here to defend me." There's a certain amount of uncertainty in his voice. Not about the shielding. He's absolutely confident about the shielding. He just
doesn't believe anybody's coming to help.
He hopes that his students will come and help him.
No.
Okay. So
that's the geckos thing.
That's the geckos thing. Kate has used her 6 seconds of chat. What's Cora going to do in terms of spells? Actions.
So...
Crown of Stars?
No,
well,
because...
no, I'm going to save that. She will, because she's only got 2 left, I think. I'll have to double check.
She's used
She gets
2.
7, so she's used 2. So she's got 5 left. That's 5.
Yeah.
So she's got a crown of 5 stars around the top of her head. Let's send the first Eldritch Blast up and out to hit our tiefling friend.
Sure. So knowing roughly where it is, she's going to try to fire it through the wall of acid. It goes through the wall of acid. It might have hit.
Yeah, 18.
It might have hit.
Okay.
What's the damage?
Okay.
I don't think 18 hits. I think it needs to be at least 20.
16.
Okay. He may have taken that damage.
Okay, no, that's cool. It's cool.
Next, Eldritch Blast, please. When I go and get my teeth in. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch
Eldritch
Flash, mate. Well, that's 16.
16, it may have hit. I love blind fighting.
Yeah.
Well, 16 we know doesn't hit
14.
with a shield. It's 20.
14, sure. And the final?
19.
Yep.
And another 16.
Good to know. So yeah, a bunch of Eldritch Blasts go into the acid wall. Who knows what happened?
Okay. What's she got?
Kryn knows what happened, but yeah, who knows what happened?
I think that's going to be her for now.
Mhm.
We're going to hold back on it.
Good to know. Okay. Right. So that's Cora, which means it's the Tiefling.
She's just got artillery bombarded from the warlock.
Yeah. I need to check. Can he even do that now? Yes, he can. Okay. Something happens.
Oh,
Actually, no. Actually, I need to. Do I to roll for that?
that is the question.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Something happens behind the wall. No one sees, other than the.
Doesn't Eclipse see it because she was above?
Yeah.
No, she
Salamander
wouldn't see it,
would.
but the salamander might.
Might and would potentially be able to
She has a
communicate that.
telepathic link to Cora.
Yeah.
So Cora would know that none of her things hit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say, because telepathic link is efficient communication, she knows that all three of her Eldritch Blast, the second they hit the sphere, not his shield, but the sphere, go fum, 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 completely nullified.
No magic, physical zone.
Oh, Kate!
Kate?
Hey!
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry, did I do it again?
Okay, so
Yeah.
so Cora, in a feat of I can do this blindfold and asleep, you sent your salamander up the wall and over to try to do some melee attacks against these two. Trying to hit the Goliath, it hit a solid shield. Trying to hit the Tiefling, the Tiefling had to throw up a shield spell inside his circle. So he has like a light bubble. He had to throw up a shield spell to stop himself from being hit by the salamander. Then, because you have a telepathic link with the salamander can report back what he sees, which I'm going to say you did. You did the 3 Eldritch Blasts. The 3 Eldritch Blasts didn't get to his shield. It went to the light dome that's around him, and they all snuffed out. Pum, pum, pum. Yeah? And it's just been the Tiefling's turn, and the salamander reports back, horny man gone now.
Teleported away.
He teleported.
Yeah.
Wait, which
Yeah.
one was the horny
Nope.
man?
But the Tiefling.
The Tiefling. Also, can we get rid of this wall? It's it's not very effective.
We can on Glory's turn.
Mhm.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can drop concentration at any time. Because...
I think it's on your turn. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You can
No.
drop it as a reaction, but it does take your reaction. Yeah.
If that is the case, I would have dropped it after one of the guys confirmed that they wouldn't take damage.
Okay. Fair enough.
So we
yeah.
would have seen it.
In that
So yeah, you see the Tiefling disappear then. We'll go to that part.
Would
Wait?
Cora be able to blow her other
Counterspell.
counterspell?
Cora, would you like to try and blow a counterspell on the Tiefling
To stop it disappearing.
to stop it disappearing?
Yeah.
Okay. When you try to counterspell, it automatically fails.
Oh, was that the
You got counterspelled in return. Counterspell for
I'd like,
counterspell.
yeah, because your counterspell is 5th level. I'd like to read out Globe of Invulnerability. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier cannot affect creatures or objects within it. If such a spell is cast using a higher level spell slot, then such a spell can target creatures and objects. So you commit to it, and it just you waste the spell. Okay. He had a Globe of Invulnerability around himself.
Wow.
He basically was like,
shit.
I'm doping out. When he teleports away, you can see the Goliath is spitting blood. Literally, he has blood froth on the side of his mouth, screaming that he is a coward. He is no longer a master. And when he finds him, he'll kill him.
Cool.
I am just slightly worried.
Corinne, it's Eclipse's turn.
Right, I have the guy which has a ball around him.
He has a glass hamster ball around him. And sorry, I just realized I cut off Felicia. What were you going to say?
No, it wasn't anything important. I was just like, that's slightly concerning because he saw Farewell use chronomancy.
Okay.
But also, he is like the ugliest motherfucker in the world. I don't know who's gonna. He's not really someone that you like see in the streets. I think, he has good ideas.
So, Corinne, what does Eclipse do?
Well, this guy, I've seen several attacks just bounce off the wall, hamster wall. Is it just in his space, or is it like a 10-foot radius, or?
It's like a goldfish bowl that's around him, kind of, roughly 10 foot, about 2x2 square.
Okay. Can I walk up? I'll fly top, I guess. And see, can I drop into this square? Or am I like walking on top of it?
You put your foot kind of, typical kind of cat testing the thing. It's solid. Stand on top of him.
Okay, I'll try and can I sneak attack the wall?
You can absolutely sneak attack the wall. The wall is not in a defensive position.
Yeah,
You can roll to attack the wall, and you automatically hit the wall. Congratulations.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot dome, and you're standing on it. I'm not going to get you to roll. Roll damage.
Sneak attack damage. Cool. That was much better compared to my last roll, which was just crap. And I think because I'm actually attacking the wall now. Because last time we were trying to attack him, which wasn't working. And I need to do some maths because I need to add these two numbers together, which is 38.
Nice.
Points.
Not a scratch.
Coward, and I will fly off and hide behind a pillar and do a hide action. And I roll 25.
Okay. Right. Let's see how this goes. The Goliath takes a moment, lowers himself down on his haunches, very kind of Obi-Wan when he's looking through the whatever the fucking force field things were at Darth Maul. He takes a moment, sitting on his haunches and just looking at each of you in turn. I don't think sound goes through this wall. I'm going to rule. Yeah, sound doesn't go through the wall. And he's kind of huffing, grinning, you can see he's kind of stimulated by this. You guys truly are, a match for a master, and a powerful master like him. And he shakes his head and goes, paces backwards and forwards momentarily. And the first thing he's going to try. Now, see, I wasn't going to put this on here. But considering what's just happened. No, we can't do that now. Okay. Because Nick fucked it up. Okay.
Nick fucked it up.
I'd like to throw out there that I technically didn't fuck it up. I just...
No, you totally fucked it up, but it's good for you. Okay. Excuse me, I need to check some spells. Okay, sure. You can't do that. Okay. Now that you can see him, he attempts the teleport spell. Unfortunately, Kate's used her second spell slot.
She has 3.
Oh shit, does she?
Yeah.
He does have 3.
Well, fuck. He's clearly trying to teleport.
But she doesn't have a reaction back.
No, she doesn't. Shit. So
she's not had her turn, so her reaction's not back.
Yeah, Glory.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that based on the movements that he's doing with his hand, he's targeting a permanent circle. So he knows of a teleportation circle somewhere, and he is popping out.
Simon, since we've been a little bit honky wonky with magic, can I blow my 7th level spell slot and hijack his teleportation and get us there as well?
Ooh!
Ooh!
Ooh! Oh! Oh, man! Fuck. Okay, I'm willing to yes on this, but bear in mind it's going to put you into a setting that I haven't prepared for, and I will have to fucking wing it if you succeed.
Yeah?
Right? We're gonna go
We have to get back here.
We're gonna go so fucking off.
I'm gonna need a long sleep, but yes, we can get back here.
Yeah, you and me both.
But first we need to deal with this.
You know what? Ooh, okay. Oh, right, sure. Yes. I'm gonna yes and this. I'm absolutely gonna yes and this. If you can. Yes, and I think because it's so important, this role, either use the chat so that everybody can join in on the role, or I'll accept D&D Beyond. Spellcasting roll, and this is epic wonky shit. I want a 25 out of you.
It is possible.
It's not a 30. This isn't like God tier stuff, but it's a solid 25. You're about to watch somebody teleport away.
I do.
Grab onto the fender and be dragged along behind with your friends.
Okay.
It's a 25.
I am going to throw my reaction in here as well. And that I will burn my reaction for Chronal Shift. And that will allow Felicia, should she need it, to remake that ability check.
Sure. So what will happen is, if she doesn't like the roll, you immediately grab hold of the time stream and rip it back and get her to do it again. Okay,
Well, let's
Gracie,
see.
do it. Okay,
16 plus 11 is 27.
So-
nice.
He's frustrated. He's super fucking frustrated. But he gives you this huge grin as if to, I mean, this is the most interesting thing that's happened to him in
Surprise, motherfucker.
years. Yeah.
Surprise!
He knows a chronomancer now. He knows what a chronomancer is, and as soon as he kills Randall, he will be the only person in the Rezali to know where the chronomancer is, and that is gold for him. He smiles, looks pointedly at you, Farewell, goes and does the gestures, and suddenly there's a kind of hiccup in space. And as he does so, you watch as Glory flicks her hands out. And between her and his teleportation, his Wall of Force, by the way, sorry guys, Wall of Force is absolute bitch. Takes no
I
damage.
get in there, I can't.
Can be destroyed by the melt spell, by the way.
Oh.
Because it's disintegrated, it carries the same bonuses. as-
Yes, of course.
So as he does that, the bubble drops, and simultaneously as the bubble drops, he teleports out. His form twists, kind of disapparates, and as he does so, Glory kind of goes forward with her claws, and you watch as this like ribbons of energy rending the air between you and the Rezali master, and you all
It's gonna
feel
be a bumpy
this
ride.
violent. You've felt teleportation before, this lurch in your stomach. This time it's violent. It's like someone has grabbed an organ and pulled you a mile for using that organ, right? And it does up to 8 creatures, so the Ifrit and the salamander get to come too.
Yeah.
Hey!
Because they are keyword ally. So basically all of it, and you get this kind of poor like frost salamander, this frost gecko go oh woof, and you get pulled across Alaria.
Whoops.
Not the first time.
Yeah, won't be the last.
I need to find the link to the world map. You motherfuckers in Jaspera.
Yep.
I had a feeling we'd go there.
Yep.
You have
Same.
gone 3 continents away to the desert and rock of Jaspera.
Yeah.
And as you appear,
Right now, he doesn't have his fucking wall. You're right, Hermit.
hitting the fucking deck in front of you, bear in mind 6 seconds since the tiefling left, hitting the deck in front of you are the 2 people you were fighting without their shields.
Hi, folks.
What?
Price,
Was
motherfucker.
that
I don't
supposed
think a
to
7th level
save
spell slot has
you?
been so well gambled before. You are now in Jaspera in the halls of the Rezali, which means that you're surrounded, not at the moment. At the moment, it is literally just the Goliath, the Tiefling, and a very surprised teleport mage.
We just started to get the fuck out and to stay out of this.
This guy's like a fucking journeyman, like Lingus was. Which means you don't have to worry about the air elemental anymore. That's back in another continent. You are there. You're on a different continent, but yeah, right in front of you, hitting the deck, is the Goliath, and picking up and dusting himself off is a tiefling that's about to rapidly shit himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
make
kill him
some
quick if I
bad
know.
choices, okay?
So we carry on the combat, and the next person is Glory.
Fuck them up, Glory. Fuck them up.
Fuck 'em up. They are without their shields now.
Yes, indeed they are.
I
And-
did, by the way, prepare word of recall.
Oh,
I have us a very quick get home card.
That's good.
Good.
Because I am blowing all the spell slots.
I know, and that's the reason why I have not been blowing all the
Where
spell
is
slots.
where is your word of recall anchored?
Ostergard.
Ostergold, Hawk and Harness. Okay, cool. Right. Or
Well,
the
no, it will be the Temple of the Raven Queen.
oh right, Raven Queen. Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Okay,
It,
sure.
it has to be bound to a temple.
Okay.
That's fine.
Glory, yeah, the Goliath has just hit the deck. The tiefling is just stood up, and he just watches as the space bends in front of him, and you're all there. Even the salamander, this huge fucking salamander, sits there in front of him.
Oh yeah, that guy probably didn't notice Glory transforming. So in front of him is this like half draconic
Yeah.
tiefling with giant wings and actual dragon legs.
Yep.
Because I do this half transformation, you know, 'cause I like it. But yeah, let's do something fun, shall we? I want to throw a Freyner's Fang in between those two. Or rather hit one and get the explosion to hit the other.
They basically fell on top of each other because of the way that their spell works. So yeah, you can do that.
Oh, lovely! Because in that case, I'll throw two, one on
Okay.
each of them.
One
Because
on
you
each, and they will-
target
and
one
they'll both get the
beam.
blasts. Yeah, sure.
Mhm. They get
twin-
each other's blast.
Twin Freynia's Fang. For those who are still
Fourth level.
still viewing from Natural Havoc, Freynia's Fang is Ice Knife, but it's rebranded for Acid because Glory, the Tiefling, comes from Atalzaran, and they have a specialty in acid spells. So, what was the first one to hit?
First one to hit is a 29.
And who's it hitting?
Goliath.
Okay. Give me some damage.
Yes, it is 1d10 piercing damage to begin with.
Okay.
So 5 piercing damage.
So hang on. As it hits him, he grabs the fang out of midair and makes it disappear.
You can't dispel that.
Does the blast still go off?
No.
Mm.
Before it got to explode, he picked apart your spell.
Rude. Well,
Well, you used one of your charges at least.
yeah. Don't worry, I can throw these for days, and I'm throwing another one.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
To hit who?
The other guy.
Yeah, let's go with the other guy. Why not?
Cool.
He
He had
pissed
his
me off.
He had his reaction. He
Well,
catches it
yeah,
out of the air and
That's
dissipates.
true. I would have cast it as the same guy because he pissed me off.
Same guy. Okay, cool. So yeah, he hasn't got his reaction anymore. So yeah, give me some of that.
Oh, I rolled better at the piercing this time, so 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing. Yeah, he doesn't. He gets some damage. It's not as much as you'd like, but he gets some damage. Yeah, he's basically counterspelled it. The dagger itself isn't a dagger; it's a spell. It's just dressed up as a dagger. So they
It's a
both
fang, not a dagger.
sorry, the fang. Yeah. And so I think they need to do dex saving throws. Yeah.
Nope. Con saving
Con saving
throws.
throws. Okay. So let's see. The first one is going to be the tiefling. I'll do the tiefling first because he's easier. Yeah. That's a fail. And then I've got to do this 2 more times for the. Oh, that's a good
Oh
start.
yeah, and the clerk.
No, the clerk's nowhere near them. The clerk is
Oh.
pressed against the wall. I need to. Going up. Do 18 and 19. So the Goliath passes, but the tiefling doesn't.
21 acid damage. I ignore resistance.
21 minus arcane ward. The ward regains a number of hit points equal to twice the level of the spell. So 14, so 21 minus 14 is 7. He takes 7 points of damage and his ward is down. Abjuras, they're lovely. And this guy gets that much. You do manage to get some damage through. Both of them do get damaged. The Abjura, there's a crackle of energy on his skin. So as it hits, his arcane ward is actually his skin. And you watch that some of the shimmering bark-like substance just disappears, and there's regular skin again now. There's no more arcane ward left.
Good.
So back to the top. Elsewhere in Vardencore, Journeyman Lingus goes and gathers his possessions and gets the fuck out of there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Farewell. Yeah, you can see.
What a good decision he's made.
Yeah,
He's making good life decisions.
good life choices. Yeah. So farewell. You've seen that the Archmage has used his counterspell from his necklace, and that hasn't recharged because it's not his turn yet. You presume that the Abjura still has his necklace charged that he can use.
Sure. Okay, I will
would you like to do?
sick the Ifrit on the Goliath melee.
Yep.
So he's going to get up there. As a bonus action, my Aura of Vitality will go off again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6. Out of my companions, who looks the most hurt to me?
Who's the most hurt out of your?
Good question. I've healed up a little bit. I'm at 70.
I am lower than that, I think. I am at 67.
Cora?
He
So
did.
She did again.
Yeah,
Maybe not hit the.
She'll be back in it. She'll be back in it. Anyway,
Okay, in that case, it goes on me because I'm technically at the lowest health.
cool. So the Ifrit starts to wail on the Goliath. I was about to say he casts shield, but he doesn't. And
he doesn't have a reaction.
He doesn't have a reaction to do that. Kate did come back for a while, Hermit. She's just 24 hours into streaming. And
24. She's like at 27 or something right now.
She'll be 20. Yeah, sorry. She's she's 25 and 3/4.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Hang on. How much is that total? That's fuck.
This is why we're fishing for.
The Ifrit cuts down the Archmage.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Absolutely carves this fucker up.
Good.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
He's dead. Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
Okay, actually, I should do. How does the Ifrit want to do this?
Yeah.
The Ifrit goes straight up. He was told to scimitar attack. He goes up to the Goliath. The Goliath tries to do the shield spell and then goes, "Oh shit!" And the Ifrit just smiles, crosses the two scimitars like that, and just lops his head off like it's not even a thing.
Valid.
He's dead. Completely fucking dead.
And then I would like to hold my action.
Okay. What is the trigger for your action?
When he counterspells his next spell, I will cast Blight on him.
Okay.
You mean the guy on the floor then, since this guy's dead?
Yeah, the tiefling.
The tiefling.
So when the tiefling counters another spell, you will
because
blight
he
it.
still has his reaction.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Cora is up.
Okay. In that case, Kate, are you there? Cora, Kate, Cora, Kate.
Go for it, dude.
Yes.
Oh,
Yay!
summoned from the dead.
We promise it's over soon, and
We're nearly there, dude.
Blast him. Where? Who's alive? How bad is
Okay. Yeah.
God.
he? Does he feel as dead as I do?
We've
Yeah.
we've hit
Kate,
punch
you've been
drunk.
pulled through a teleportation. You've piggybacked to teleportation.
Oh shit!
And you've been pulled into the continent of Jaspera.
Okay. I missed that
We're
bit.
in the
Yep, definitely missed that
Rezali
bit. Okay.
And
Headquarters?
you're in deep in the Rezali Cabal grounds, and you landed right in front of the Tiefling and the Goliath because you piggybacked a ride. A few people have done various attacks on the Archmage to break down his defenses, and the last thing that's just happened is the Ifrit just went up and cleaved his head off with his twin scimitars.
That'll do it.
I use my 6 seconds of talk to go, somebody get me that head.
Yeah.
Okay. The Tiefling they're kind of like ready to counterspell. He has got a counterspell in the bag because he's got his necklace on.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing that Nick said was that Farewell has got an action prepared that when the Tiefling counters the next spell, he's going to use Blight on him. So all you need now is for somebody to take his reaction.
Okay.
Oh, and your salamander got pulled through as well because Glory can do up to 8 creatures.
Yeah. Hi.
First thing
I am a good mage. I teleport.
First thing I'll try and do just as a thing, because this necklace, and probably should have tried this a while ago, is I'll actually send Eowyn in there to see if she can just unhook it. You know, like find the clasp, unhook it, let it drop off his neck.
Give me a sleight of hand from Eowyn.
Does she? What's her?
Using
oh
actual
God!
role-playing?
I know. What a crazy notion. What the hell is her dex again?
Let's see.
God.
Her dex is +4, and she's got stealth and perception as her trained skills. So it is a +4.
All right, let's just roll a d20 on here and see what happens.
I mean, she's always invisible around you anyway, so stealth is just past.
Oh no, she only rolled a 7 anyway, so 7 plus 4.
7 plus 4 is 13. Hang on. He's
Is that enough?
somewhat distracted. Hang on, let's see. His passive perception is 11. She goes up behind us, just kind of like, you're not using this, matey. Pulls out her sword, just goes, bloop, cuts it, and
Nice.
he's there kind of like that, and then he watches the necklace drop from his neck.
Oh, well done.
Yay, the joy of so many friends. Okay, well, there's one less thing to worry about. I do have this Crown of Thorns. It's Crown of Stars. It seems silly not to keep using it because I had like 7 things and I've used 2 of them.
Yeah.
Might as well blast them with one of them with my bonus. So let's do that. Where's my thing? It is there. Boom.
Okay. He's going to throw up shield. So his AC is going to be 20.
18.
Okay. That's the first. So that's the Crown of Stars.
Shame.
Which is a bonus action.
It hits his shield.
It is a bonus.
You are a machine gun.
I am.
Also, you do have control of a frost salamander that has 5 melee attacks.
Yeah. That is true. Well, I suppose I might as well Eldritch Blast first, and then, hold on, the frost breath needs fire, right? And is it gone out?
Yeah. So, it hasn't recharged because Corinne rolled the d6. But if you
instead
use any fire on him,
so
it will be your action, but he will get his cone of gold back.
But if I instead of Eldritch Blast take I don't have. Wait, which one am I needing? Sorry. I have the Fireband ring.
Yeah, which does mean that Firebolts as a cantrip.
Yes, exactly. So if instead of Eldritch Blast I decide to do that, I can send maybe one at the salamander. I think I have
You will have
one?
3, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have
So
3.
I can send
But
one
you've
at the
got 3
salamander.
Eldritch Blasts, but you only have one.
It is only one. I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
thought- I
one
thought you had
firebolt.
2
So
firebolts.
firebolt is a single firebolt that does 3d10. I think at this level 3d10 fire damage. I will just check.
I thought it was 3 firebolts because each one doing 1d10, but I could be wrong.
No, I think the only one that splits is Eldritch Blast. What makes it so yeah.
I've got it.
The
I've
spell
got it
damage
here.
is increases by 1d10, so it's a 3d10 firebolt,
Fair enough. I learned. Oh, that's something new.
Okay.
which means that you've got to do a lot of damage to your salamander to get its breath back.
Oh, I have to do a lot to actually. So
Well,
am I
if
likely
you're
to
gonna
kill it?
firebolt
Just
him, you can't pull back the firebolt.
Well, can't she just set herself on fire and touch it?
yeah.
Yeah, she can. She can use. She can
Yeah.
use,
So I could just.
body of flame and just go up and pat him on the head, and that'll be a d6 damage to him, which I'm sure he can take.
Well, oh wait. So I could just do that because otherwise I could go to the salamander and do the sort of like turn into flame and jump onto the main guy and with that big body of flame or rage or.
Yeah, I would say if you go up to the salamander, kind of stand on the salamander's back, then body of flame and jump on the tiefling. I would say that a bit of fire would touch the salamander. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I probably want to get out of the way if Salamander's gonna do.
Yeah, so we'll just go and touch the salamander.
I
and have
think
the salamander
I
do
think
good
just
attack.
yeah, I'll just go touch the salamander with some fire stuff.
Yeah.
And to be honest, let the salamander because the salamander then can just do the freezing breath, which is like 8d10 cold damage, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the easiest thing
sure.
rather than anything else.
Okay. Yeah. So you touch the salamander, doing 2 points of fire damage to it. It kind of it doesn't seem to care that much. It just kind of goes. But you hear this gurgling sound as you've just stimulated its breath. And yeah, it's going to go for.
All right.
I think so.
Yeah, let's do the freezing breath.
I first of all need to do a dexterity. Not dexterity. Sorry, a Constitution saving throw for this guy. So 13 plus 2 is 15, which still doesn't get out the way of the 8d10 cold that's about to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Wow. That was 2 10s in that roll. 60 points of cold damage on him, and he only had 11 points of damage left. He's frozen.
Overkill.
He's frozen in state. He goes, ah! And that is the position that he is in. He is brittle. You can fucking demolition man this guy.
Well, everybody
Eclipse.
huddle against Farewell and
No,
God's
no, no.
down.
Eclipse, you're the quickest. Get me both of their heads.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just pick up the one head and then just drive your lash knife into the back of the tiefling's
Yeah.
neck, and the head just goes like a statue, just topples forward. You hold it, and you're like, oh shit, that's cold.
Put it in my bag of holly.
You've got both of the heads.
Cool, thank you. Everybody gather up.
We gather up.
Huddle, huddle.
Huddle, huddle.
Yeah, so I go to the Ifrit. I go, plane a shift home.
As you wish, master. And he turns around and says, "You did get the name, didn't you?
I did. I won't forget it.
We should talk." And in a column of flame, he goes and disappears.
Oh,
Shall we just leave the salamander here to have it wrecked through his Sally?
well, by my count, in about 46 minutes, that thing is going to become somebody's real problem. So I think we should just go.
Yeah.
and leave that to somebody else to
It's like,
clean up.
Dominant Monster's going to wear off in a minute. Let's just go.
Yeah. So I grab hold of everybody and I just go home, and we just explode in light, and we immediately teleport back to the temple in Ostergald.
So I mean, this is a great way to round off the session. So just outside of the city of Ostergald, with this beautiful neo-Gothic architecture, point up to the sky is the large pillar of the Tower of the Raven Queen. At the top of the Tower of the Raven Queen, there is the Raven Queen in her raven armor, and she is gesturing, kind of like signposting, gesturing a way, and she's pointing at a tower, and on the top of the tower is a gate. It's just a big kind of metal statue of a gate, and she's basically pointing wayward souls back into the cascade. And beneath all the architecture, inside you can see that this beautiful haunting madrigal is being sung by the congregation, as various people in the congregation are either asking for guidance on how, what are they fated to do with their life. They're contemplating the time between now and their death, and they're saying, Raven Queen, what am I to do with my life? What is the path between now and me finally meeting you? Other people are there remembering their loved ones, and others are praying because maybe they themselves are dying or old, things like that. This mixed congregation of the hopeful, those seeking guidance, and those seeking peace makes a strange but hauntingly beautiful sound. So the inside of this, somewhat grey but very comforting environment. And then there is a sound that can only be described as iku. And kind of dumped unceremoniously into the aisle is Farewell, Cora, Eclipse, and Glory, with Eclipse holding one frozen head and one head that's just dripping with blood.
I wrapped them and stuffed them into my bag of holding.
I can say you'll do that now because you had to do it quickly. So I'll say you're stuffing them in. I'll go, sorry, kind of thing. Most people are startled. Some people, though, are still singing. Some of them just a little more fervently than before.
Sorry. I tried to aim for the middle of the aisles. It seems that I'm still off. I just know it's a little bit more to the right next time. Sorry.
There's a few pointers in teleportation magic.
Yes, I know. It's not exactly my point.
I'll give you a few references. It helps with the.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, out the door, because you know who's going to show up.
Just
get out the fucking door.
Behind the lectern, singing and looking at you with a kind of looking slightly judgmental, but also trying to choke back a smile, is a very austere older tiefling woman, lovely horns that kind of in a slight S bend go back behind her head in this beautiful crest, is Dusk Elmheart, kind of leading people in the song, and just, as you're walking, she just watches you walk down the aisle. And that is how we're going to end the session today.
Just a very sheepishly looking farewell going, sorry.
Just appearing in the middle of a church with a pair of severed heads. Could have been worse. You could have brought the salamander. Okay. A big thank you to everybody. Thank you for the resubscriptions from both Hermit and Storm. We love you guys. Thank you to the Onion Soup for the follow, and thank you to Natural Havoc for the raid. I'm just gonna quickly follow you now, my friend. Add as friend and follow. Yes, we will be seeing you on Monday, not wanting to jinx it, with Ed and what I think is the final episode of Numenera Odyssey. It's been a lovely ride that we've had with Ed and the others. Ed's beautiful narrative is that I've always loved his descriptions, have been great. And a big thank you to Monty Cook Games for supporting Ed in doing this adventure. Don't know if you know, but Ed is part of the Montecook Games asset team, and so they gave permission for the art, although there is an open license to use the art. Yeah, it's been great that he's been able to embrace all that, and we thank Ed for being our storyteller for the night. So give him some love tomorrow, and it will again be 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. UK time. As for the rest of it, we have more games coming up. We have various plots and things, so make sure that you join the chaos. Please join our Discord, say hi, say that you were watching the Benefactor or Mage or whatever you've been watching, and yeah, be part of it all, because we are playing more games. We've got people playing Final Fantasy. We've got people playing lots of other different games. We've got 7 Days to Die. I constantly mini streaming through Discord, Deep Rock Galactic and things like that. Lots of things to talk about, and we are starting new campaigns soon with new systems. So we will be doing Versen soon. I will be doing a small campaign for D&D separate to this, and there's a few other things that we're going to be doing as well, in addition to Mage Ascension, which is a story told by Dave. So be part of it, is all I have to say. There's also people who are going to be offering games offline as well. I'm not going to name them here. Just have a look in the Discord, and you'll be able to be part of that as well. Have a fantastic weekend. Don't be a stranger. Please check out Natural Havoc, all one word, Natural Havoc, the people who rated us, to find out what they were doing on their stream, and share the love throughout the community. Until then, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you online. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Night.